These are the books that I managed to read during the first part of my Summerween readathon. I decided that I don't want it to end. But yeah, these are the books I did manage to finish during that like 1 week period or whatever. Starting off with The Dead First by Johnny Compton. I hadn't heard anybody talking about this author. I was hooked. I don't know. It's a Southern Black Gothic. There is so much representation across the board. Generational trauma, immortal beings, lore. It was incredible. I had a really fun time reading it. My only gripe with this book is the fact that we sometimes went on these like side quests into the character's psyche, and it just was like not the best time side quest. Sometimes it would happen like when you're in the midst of discovering something really important or pivotal, boom, we're all of a sudden in her head. So that wasn't my favorite part. But overall, I really enjoyed this and I would highly recommend. Next up is a author that I have read from before, Christopher Golden. I read The House of Last Resort. This is like kind of your typical haunted house story, except there is so much religious trauma in this. We went through it in this one. But in the story, you follow a young couple who purchases a home in a small village outside of Sicily. And it's a village that's trying to reinvigorate itself, right? So it's trying to bring in young people by offering them really cheap homes. They didn't do enough research. And this house comes with its own personality and its own fucking trauma. It was really good. It was a ton of fun. Kind of like I've said before, Christopher Golden doesn't spend a lot of time embellishing his writing and making it all pretty and whatnot. You really do get a sense of dread from the characters. You really do get that fear from the characters. I really like his writing. I think it's straight, it's to the point, but it tells a really good story each time I've read his books. And last up, the star of this fucking show, The Hacienda. Do you guys remember how I said I kept picking it up and putting it down? I have regrets. This was incredible. This was so good. The atmosphere, the characters, the subtle romance. Isabel Cañas does a really good job of weaving in the history of the place where these stories are taking place. She weaves in that history. She includes a little bit of romance to get you kind of wondering, like, will they, won't they? And then on top of all of that, she adds a really good dose of just like eeriness. You don't want to look too close because you're going to find out. You're going to see. And I don't want to see, basically. I don't know about you, but I don't want to see it. This was so, so good. And all three of these books took place in warmer weather. Like The Hacienda takes place in Mexico after the Mexican War of Independence. Dead First takes place in Texas. And then you have The House of Last Resort that took place in Sicily. All of these places were just wonderful settings for Summerween books because they felt hot and sweltering and humid. And I felt like I could hear the mosquitoes buzzing in my ear while I was reading these. And it was an incredible experience. I devoured this in under 24 hours. It was good. It was real good. We still got 3 more books left for my Summerween reading, and I'm real excited, but I kind of want to drag it out. Let me know what your favorite book of Summerween was.